Hi guys, welcome back to Bob's Fan TV, and today we're back with another video doing the match preview for tomorrow's game against St. Pat's at Dalymount Park. Coming into this game off the back of two very good wins, coming into with a lot of confidence of course. A win on the Friday night, then a big win on the Monday in Tala, where we came from 2 goals down to win in the last minute. And look, we'll be looking to carry that confidence into this game against a very strong St. Pat's side who currently sits second, the point off the top of the table. And we all know how good they are. They showed that in our last meeting out in Richmond Park back in March, where we lost the game 3-0. Where we didn't really lay a glove on them that night, but we'll be looking for or hoping for something different here. Especially off the back of two straight victories. And look at obviously the chance as well to make it 3 home wins in a row for the first time in what will probably be a while. We're probably looking at maybe a couple of seasons back. So yeah. It's just about carrying that energy and that second half performance in particular from the Rovers game into this one. And again, look, hopefully we'll get another big 3 points. In terms of the team, after 2 wins, you don't really look at the team too much and think, do we need to make many changes? I suppose the only ones that I might make really would be, I think I'd bring Liam Smith back in for Mountney. I didn't think Mountney played that well really on Monday. I thought his positioning was poor for Honigan's goal. He was very he backed off too much. Allowed them to get into allowed Holland to get into too much space, and I didn't think he played that well. I just think Smith brings that little bit more solidity, so I'd probably bring Smith back in for this. Looking at at Brennan as well. Look how well he played in the second half. Apart from the goal, of course, he was electric. Really, his pace, his willingness to drive at players, he was absolutely brilliant, and he deserved that goal. I think I'd probably start him here. Look, it might be a bit of a risk, of course, because it's just we're only basing it off one second half performance, but I didn't think Parsons was that great really, and there's not a lot of options in the out on the wing. So yeah, I bring Brennan in for this one. I think I'd have to start Colin Whelan up front as well. I thought he was really good when he came on, bringing others into play, getting 2 assists. He held the ball up really well. So yeah, I bring Whelan in for this one. Obviously, one big blow is the suspension of Dawson Defoy. He'll be a big miss, of course. So I think I bring Clark in his place. I just think without Dawson, there's probably going to be that fear that we won't have the great spark that we normally have in the midfield. But I think if you bring Clark in, he could replace that and bring that bit of creativity that we might miss in Dawson's absence. So yeah, I'll bring Clark in for this one in Dawson's absence. In terms of prediction, look, I think if we could get another positive result here, that'd be great, of course. It will be tough, against a very strong Pat side who, they drawn the last couple of games. They had a 0-0 draw and drawed in their last game, and they drew with Rovers, and they scored in the last minute to draw that game. So, there's plenty of quality about them, of course. And look, I think we're going to have a 1-1 draw, which will actually be our first draw of the season. And look, I think most of us take that result really against the strong Pat side. But if we can show the energy levels and the performance levels that we showed in the second half, especially against Rovers and in the opening stages as well, I think we can definitely get another win here. I think our home performances are getting better as well. You can tell the players have grown more confidence. From in playing when it comes to playing at Dalymount. You could see in months gone by, the players were a little bit fearful of playing at Dalymount, maybe fearful of making mistakes, but I think that's gone now in the last couple of games, and the confidence that we've gained from the last couple of wins will hopefully carry on into this game, and we can get another big 3 points. And look, it's not beyond the realms of possibility, of course, if we, like we said, if we can play the way we did on Monday night or on Monday afternoon even. We can definitely get a win, but I think I'll go down the middle here, go with a draw. Like I said, I think most of us probably take that. Look, if we can just keep fighting, show them the energy levels from Monday, there's no reason why we can't get another win here and climb up that table and try and cement ourselves in the top half, I suppose, because we know how tight the league is. I think a couple of wins have really changed a lot for us. We're only a few wins away from being right in the contention for Europe, and no, that's mad really when you think about where we were a few weeks back. But look, it's only 2 wins, of course. It doesn't change everything, but look, it does help the confidence with the players and the fans. So yeah, hopefully we can carry this on now, get another 3 points. But look, I'm gonna go down the middle. Gonna go with a 1-1 draw. So yeah, that's where I'll end it. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment down below to get into the game, our score predictions, and I'll see you for the reaction the day after. Bye bye.